You know, they say when you go through suffering, when you go through the fire, it burns off the outside and it reveals who you are. I'm a lot more confident in myself now. I know who I am. I guess I really haven't been seeking approval since this happened. My name is David Bangean. I'm 22 years old. August 19th, 2017, when I was 20 years old, I was so healthy. Just had a normal day with everybody. That night, we went to play volleyball, and I turned my head to the right. Nothing out of the ordinary. And I felt a little something in the back of my neck. Felt almost like a muscle tear, and my body kept getting weaker and weaker. Thankfully, a nurse who was at the park playing volleyball with us convinced me to go to the ER. 15-20 minute car ride, I couldn't move below my neck. I had to think about every breath. By God's grace, I just stayed really calm. It left me quadriplegic, left me paralyzed, truly from the neck down. Quadriplegia is when you can't move your legs and you don't have full function of your hands and arms. Breathing became conscious no longer. The second or third day, it showed that I had lesions in the back of my brain. It showed I had a stroke, and not only that, a spinal stroke. They did some research and they concluded that they think it's a fibrocartilaginous embolism, but there's no way for them to check even now. Fibrocartilaginous embolism is so rare. We did our own research and we found that there's only like 40 something confirmed cases since the 1960s, and all of those were confirmed through autopsy. And to this day, we still don't have an official diagnosis. My diaphragm still doesn't work at all, so I'm dependent on this ventilator to be able to breathe. Only after the first few months, I was able to shrug my left shoulder a little bit, and that's the only movement I've gained. So every morning, my parents wake up before me and get everything ready, and then they wake me up. At night, we get the bed ready for me. We take me out of the chair. I always sleep on one side, on my right side, the first half of the night, and in the middle of the night, my parents wake up and they turn me onto my left side, and I sleep like that the second half of the night, just to avoid pressure sores from bony parts of the body being under pressure too long.
What's the fears at night?
I guess if, the vent would stop working, if electricity goes out, if we hear him now, so it's not like, I don't think we're worried about, especially since we sleep in the same room.
Yeah, about 3:30 we wake up and takes about 20-30 minutes to finish and go back to bed, and in the morning at 7 o'clock, 7:10 we wake up and start the morning routine. And my sister comes and takes over so I can go to work out 8 o'clock, past 8 o'clock.
That's it. Well, pretty much. My biggest supporters have got to be my parents. I mean, they've been there for me since day one. They take care of me the most. They help me the most. They've sacrificed a lot. They've given up a lot. Like my dad only works part-time now. He has to take care of me. My mom used to work part-time, and now all she does is take care of me. But I know I have the best parents in the world because of how much they've given up. And love, true love is sacrifice. If you really love someone, then You're willing to give up your wants for their needs. I've seen that to an immeasurable degree with my parents. I'm the second of 6 kids. I have one older sister, and then it's me, and then it's 4 younger brothers. And I also have quite a big family. My mom was one of 7, and my dad was one of 10. That was a muscle relaxant. I have a lot of muscle spasms, so that just helps control them. Every day. 8 days a week. Yeah, because I ate it and it was a sudden stop. Yeah, so those are the muscle spasms right there. I don't feel on the surface of my skin that well, but I can still feel like when she's fixing my hand right now. But I can feel my muscles pretty well when they're tense, basically everywhere. So I can feel when they're spasming or getting ready to spasm too. I have an aunt who comes 4 days a week to help get me ready in the mornings, and I have a lot of friends from church, my local church, a lot of people my age. The youth from my church comes over to my house almost every week. I also have friends that visit from out of town. Lots of those friends that I was visiting in Georgia the night that this happened. Some of them come once a month or almost once a month to visit, which is awesome. Still working towards the same degree. Pretty difficult. Electrical engineering without being able to use your hands. And I've just been taking classes from home. So the number one question I get is from kids, because kids are a lot more upfront, more willing to ask questions, and it's, how do you drive your chair? So I drive it using this straw, and I puff hard to go forward. I sip hard to stop or go backwards when I'm stopped, and I puff and sip soft to turn. I do school from home using a joystick that has 3 sip and puff straws on it and a button underneath the straws. So I move it around. That's how I move around the mouse. It's called a quad stick. So if I keep getting professors that allow me to take classes from home that aren't offered online, it'll take me a couple more years still to finish my degree. I originally stuck to my degree knowing that it wasn't available online as a sign of faith, that God would heal me. I'm more joyful now than I've ever been because I've been able to see, a lot more truth in my day-to-day life. Tell people you can pray for healing, I know we have a God that still does miracles, and if it's God's will, I know that He will heal me.